So as we are, let's find ourselves comfortably rooted to the earth or sitting on a cushion. And from your pelvis, stretching the spine up, feeling a thread pulling the crown of the head upward and a thread pulling the heart forward, shoulders back, level with the hips, chin in, back of the neck lengthened, going over these foundations for our posture. And now, most importantly, our navel breathing, our embodied breathing. As we inhale, the belly expands. As we exhale, the belly, diaphragm, and the lungs recede with gravity, relax. Length in the spine, inhaling, expanding the belly. Exhaling, relaxing into the new expanse. Welcoming your presence, welcoming conscious breathing, welcoming in embodiment. You can scan the body a few times, from the toes to the top of the head, fingers, giving your awareness, attention, and even your breath to all parts of you. Being heart-centered, circulating the breath and the blood. A few more cycles of breathing, stillness. And just noticing how you are, how you feel, what is for you, what presents itself, what you're sensing, feeling, thinking, and ever returning, remembering your breath and remembering your spine, anchoring your awareness. And let's take a deep breath in, a deep breath out. Let's rub our palms. And we're going to prepare to tune in now with a mantra. Rose and Regina, that's fairly new to you. It is Ong Namo Guru Dev Namo. Ong is the infinite creative consciousness of the universe. Namo, bowing to this. Guru Dev Namo. Gu is darkness, Ru is light. From, through the darkness, bringing the light, the divine. I bow to this within me and within the universe. So holding our hands at our hearts, thumbs tucked up against the sternum, grounding, balancing the breath down at the navel, sharing your breath with your seat, and then with your heart, and with the head and third eye and crown. So as we chant, we'll have our gaze focused at the third eye, and we'll be vibrating the root of the nose, the bridge of the nose, in between the eyebrows, with the mantra Ong. We'll chant it 3 times, invoking our practice, connecting with this lineage, and connecting with the light within us. Again, the mantra is Ong Namo Guru Dev Namo. And we'll chant it 3 times. Let's take a deep breath in, a deep breath out, breathing in, breathing out, in, out. And inhaling now to tune in. Om Namo Buddhaya Namo. Om Namo Buddhaya Namo. Om Namo Buddhaya Namo. And a deep breath in, holding no tension, holding the breath. And exhale, let that breath go. And I'm going to share some of the comments for the yoga set before we begin it. Again, it's titled A Foundation for Infinity. And if you think of something like infinity, it's probably very important that we set a foundation for it because that's the long run. And that foundation is nowhere else but right here in our physical vessel, our instrument, um, our earth suit. Some people call it a space suit, but I think it's important to bring things back down to earth. The body, more than anything, comes from the earth. Even if we're made of stardust, it wouldn't be without the soil of our Mother Earth that we would be here. And of course, our mothers who birthed us. So the foundation for infinity is right here with that element of earth, the physical body. From there, then we can stretch, expand our consciousness to higher realms, but foundation's the most important, always will be. Again, that's at the pelvis, the root, Muladhara, root foundation chakra. So this Kriya works primarily on the pelvic region. Physiologically, it is the foundation, the point of balance for the torso, and the lower foundation on the earth. It is especially delicate, and the bones aren't all fused together, so may easily become misaligned. Chronic misalignment, tension, and inflexibility eventually show their effects in physical, emotional well-being through sciatica, as well as menstrual irregularities or impotency. After the yoga set, we then have a meditation. To reach the subtle realm of ether, where we are by nature boundless, we must first set the firm foundation on the earth. Practicing this Kriya means setting that foundation, and then the meditation launches you into the realms of infinity. So that meditation is one for liberation. It uses a mantra for liberation. Where we are by nature boundless. But first, let's do the work. So we begin in a comfortable cross-legged seat. If at any point you need to stretch your legs, please know you're free to do so. Here, we're going to interlace the fingers behind the back of the head, just at the base of the hairline, the base of the skull, at the little above the neck. And we're going to part the elbows wide, opening up like that, lowering the shoulders, shoulder blades, getting comfortable. And then inhaling, twisting left, exhaling, twisting right. Twisting from the foundation of the pelvis, twisting from the hips, starting at a moderate pace. And as you become more comfortable, you can begin to speed up, keeping the depth of the breath, movement connected, and even inviting in now the mantra, breathing the sound Sat on the inhale, Nam on the exhale. We use this mantra within our practice and with our breath cycle. Sat means truth, Nam, I am. So the breath, the movement, the mantra, the spirit, the body, and the mind all working harmoniously, in sync, unifying together. If you haven't already and it feels called for, you can start to speed up. Powerful nasal breathing. Unless otherwise specified, we breathe in through the nose in this practice. And as well, the drishti, the eye gaze, is closed at the third eye center, between the eyebrows and to the center of the brain. Tip of the tongue rests atop the roof of the mouth. Inhaling left, sat. Exhaling to the right, nam. We're at about the halfway point now. Keep the heart center open, keep the elbows back, keep the spine straight. Notice the subtle nuance of the twisting motion. See how you can adjust, maybe increase the range of motion, where you can ease up, where you can modify, where you can relax any tension. Final minute here. See if you can relax the shoulder blades, relax the shoulders. Last little bit, 20 seconds. Speed up, deepen the breath, deepen the stretch, stretch the elbows, open the heart center. And to the center, inhale. Suspend the breath, suspend your focus to your third eye center, and apply a conscious contraction of energy at the pelvic region, as though holding going to the bathroom or applying a kegel. Tone the perineum, raise the sacrum, draw the navel to spine. Inhale more, a little more, inhale. Exhale, release that pressure, release the posture, and bring the backs of the hands to the knees, index fingers and thumbs lightly touching, arms straight. Take a few deep breaths, gentle focus upward to your third eye, breathing with the belly. And a deep breath in and out. Let's now interlace the fingers behind the low back, like this. Arms will be straight, and we'll begin a yoga mudra, bowing down, stretching the arms up over the back as high as we can comfortably, and then rising back up. And then with this movement, we're going to add in a pranayama, a breath of fire, bellows breathing. With breath of fire, every exhale, we draw the navel to the spine. If you're new to this breath, you can begin finding it by sticking the tongue out the mouth and panting like you're a dog on a hot summer's day. Again, with every exhale, draw the navel to the spine. If you feel like you've found the breath, the rhythm for you, then continue with the tongue stuck back in the mouth through the nose. Move at a steady pace, coordinated with the breath. Maybe do a few cycles of the breath every repetition. Hinging from the hips, the heart, and then the head, so you keep the alignment in the spinal column. Most importantly, leading with the hips, the heart, head comes last. Best you can, stretch the arms. No, it's hard. Do your best. Halfway, 1 minute down, 1 minute to go. When we regulate our breath, we begin to regulate the mind. With the breath, use the mantra, Sat Nam, Sat Nam. We regulate the heart rhythm. Last 30 seconds. And we regulate the lungs, the diaphragm, and the navel. We are breathing bodies more than we are thinking minds. Just forgotten that. Last little bit. Powerful breath. Deepen the stretch. And coming up, inhale. Suspend the breath. Bring the energy down to the base and consciously contract it there, lifting it in, up. Inhale more. To exhale, release that pressure. And bring the hands back to Gyan Mudra for a few long, deep breaths. Being still in the heart, in the head, third eye gaze. Breathing from the belly. Deep breath in. Deep breath out. And stretch the legs forward. Point and flex the toes. Shake the legs out. Massage the backs of the knees. Rotate the ankles, both directions. And we'll set ourselves up for back platform pose. The arms extend from just below the shoulders. Fingers are pointing to the toes, and we'll point the toes, lifting ourselves up off the floor, and then back down to a shape of an L, staff pose. Lifting ourselves back up and back down. And then same breath of fire here. Do we feel like we have the breath of fire? Do we have any questions about it? Yes and no. What we were just doing, yeah. Rose, you good over there with breath of fire? Let's begin moving up, back down. And this breath of fire can become a little more accessible, perhaps, when we are actually engaging our navel like we are in this posture. So strengthen your core here. Pointing the toes, pushing down through the fingers, hands, heels. Almost done. Last few moments. Lift up. Inhale in the up position. Perfect the posture. And exhale back to the earth. Back to staff pose. And then even a front forward bend from the hips hinging, reaching for the toes. Maybe you grab the shins. Inhale, bring length to the spine. Exhale, deepen the stretch, keeping the spine in alignment. And take a few breath cycles like that, lengthening the spine, deepening the stretch, every inhale and exhale respectively. And then a deep breath in and out. Shake out the legs, massage the backs of the knees. And we'll come to a low squatting posture. Whatever that means for you today. Maybe it's a medium squat, but ideally we're in crow pose. So from standing, we could start, arms are going to be forward, palms facing down. And then exhaling as we bend the knees, not bending them over the heels so much and keeping straight spine. Exhaling to our point, to our stretch, inhaling, pushing back up. And we'll do 26 repetitions like that. Exhaling down, 2, inhaling up, moving with the breath. And go on your own, follow me, be sure you keep count. Halfway. Last few. And when you've completed your final one, come to a tall standing posture, mountain pose, arms at your sides, palms facing forward, deeply rooted through the soles of the feet, breathing through them from the earth, circulating your energy, your breath, your awareness from the soles of the feet upward. From the heart, circulating the blood. Few more breaths. And inhale. Exhale. And now bring the feet about hip width apart. Toes pointing forward. Maybe a light bend in the knees. We're gonna have our hands on our hips in a little bit, but here we're gonna have our arms stretched up, and we're gonna take a slight back bend, arms hugging the ears, and then we'll hinge from the hips, forward fold, arms hugging the ears throughout the movement. Exhaling here, inhaling as you rise up, vertebrae at a time, slight back bend, exhaling forward fold. Again, 26 repetitions on your own count. Moving with the breath. Length of the breath equal with the length of the movement. Inhaling as you ascend, exhaling as you descend. Conscious breathing. What is the breath doing for you? How is it moving for you? The energy through the legs, through the spine, through the arms. Even through your auric field. About halfway. Perfect the movement. Perfect the stretch from the hinge of the hips. Keeping your spinal alignment. Feeling rooted, grounded through the soles of the feet, through the toes. Maybe you need a light bend in the knee. Maybe you can get the leg straight. Last few. And inhale, stretch up. Slight back bend. Stretch upward. And exhale, facing forward. Palms forward, back into mountain pose. Like a tall redwood tree, deeply rooted, connected, and stretching upwards. Circulate. Breath of life. Be the tree of life, your circulatory system, your nervous system, your endocrine glandular system. Deeply breathing, pulse of life, rhythm of life, breath. Good. Inhale. Exhale. And we'll do side bends now. So inhaling through center, exhaling right arm over the head, bending to the left. Inhaling back through center, exhaling opposite arm overhead. And continuing like that. And actually, we'll inhale to the left and exhale to the right. Exhaling right, inhaling left. Stretching the side body, stretching open the ribs, diaphragm, lungs. Breathe and stretch, open, lengthen. About halfway now. See if you can bring a little more stretch to it as you're warming up. Keeping your balance. Last few cycles. And back to the center. Palms facing forward, arms at your sides. Return to meditative mountain pose. Anchored, grounded, embodied. Reflecting our teachers of heaven and earth, our tree relatives. See where you can ease up, be more relaxed. Physically, mentally, energetically. And a deep grounding breath through the soles of the feet to the earth. And to continue, we'll have our hands to our hips. And we're going to be doing a rhythmic kick motion with a mantra. So keeping our legs straight as we can, we're going to kick them out and forward alternatively. And then with each kick, we're going to chant the sound hut. You guys want to try it? Hut. Hut. I think we did this last week, no? No? So when we chant hut, it's spelled H-A-R, but it sounds like H-U-D. Hut. And we chant from the navel like that. Hut. Hut. You can imagine you're kicking the can of infinity down the road of your life. Hut. Hut. Tongue flicks the roof of the mouth. Hut. 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 It means creative light. So it's the light of your creativity, an infinity like that. Hut. 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 Use the navel. Hut. 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 Remember, this is for our pelvis, for our hips. So stretch from there. Hut. 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 hut, 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 hut. Good. Hut, 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 hut. Inhale. Hold the breath. Let it circulate. And when you like, before there's any tension, unease, let it go. And you can stand and meditate. And when you like, then to sit and meditate. And now is the meditative portion of our Kriya. And so, Rose, I'm going to send you a link because I'm unable to share mantra music. Living being should ever. I'm unable to share mantra music. And so I'm going to send you this link to a YouTube video of the mantra. Does that sound good? And then when we start, you can start the video as well with us. So you'll be with us like that.
Okay, that's cool. Thank you.
But I can't share the song through Zoom. So it's the best I can do.
Okay.
Okay. So don't start it just yet, but let me explain a little bit more first. Again, this is a mantra for liberation, and it uses that same sound that we were just chanting, har, har, twice, and then mukande. So har, again, means creative light, infinite light, and mukande means liberation or liberator. Apologies. So we're going to, not audibly, but just mentally vibrate those sounds. And with the sound of har, we're going to still pull in our navel halfway, and then the full way, the first and second repetition. Har, har. So in, up, drawing the navel in, and then mukande, we're pressing the roof of the mouth to the tip of the tongue, firmly pressing. There are meridians all over the roof of the mouth, and so those are then connecting to cranial nerves, cranial pathways. So this is a meditation for what's called the 10th gate. The other 9 gates are the holes of our body, the anus, the sex organ, the 2 eyes, mouth, 2 ears, 2 nostrils, 9. And then 10th gate is the crown of the head. So meditation for the 10th gate. So you know how babies have that very sensitive spot and the hair is like coiled around? That's the 10th gate. So this is a gateway to the infinite, a gateway to heaven, a gateway to the celestial spheres. Yeah, that's the yang polarity. The yin polarity is here on the earth, our physical body. So divine masculine, divine feminine, Heavenly Father, Heavenly Earthly Mother, Sacred Mother, God, Goddess, like that. So the palms are resting, right hand atop the left, thumb tips gently touching. The eyes are focused upward, even beyond the third eye, to the crown of the head, the top of the skull. Sahasrahara, thousand-petaled lotus, the seventh chakra. And you want to just concentrate deeply and immerse yourself in the meditation to experience the radiance of the crown chakra. Remember, rooted the earth, at the navel, embodied, with the tongue mechanism, the sound mukande. We're going to get started in just a moment as I find the song. Rose, please start at the same time as us. That way it'll be done. You might have an ad, so maybe just make sure the ad plays through at this moment. I sent you the link. And this is a meditation to experience boundlessness, to feel yourself beyond time, beyond space, into a realm of total peace and total joy. Mantra for liberation. Let's take a deep breath in, deep breath out. And just let your breath be natural now. Use your navel, use your tongue in the rhythm with the mantra, and really verbally or mentally vibrate the mantra. Focus on it. We've started the song now, Rose. Hold no tension, be in a relaxed meditative state. If at any point it feels too intense, too much energy, you can always relax, return when you're able. Try to keep the pressure on, but don't space out, rather space in. Focus on the mantra. your creative light of freedom. Embody it. Use the navel, use the tip of the tongue, use the power of your thought. Use the mantra. Concentrate at the crown of the head. Hold no tension. Be relaxed. Last couple minutes. Concentrate deeply. Immerse yourself in the radiance of the brain. Thousand-petaled lotus. And inhale, exhale, and you can let that simmer, reverberating, resonating, the mantra still, letting it fade away slowly, remaining in that state of deep peace, joy. And as you feel complete, then to rest on the back in Savasana, corpse pose. And being as a corpse, dead to the outside world. And as we die, with your soul surrendering, returning back to source, internally, arms at your sides, palms up, toes to the sides. And before completely letting go, perhaps some body scans from the toes to the crown of the head, giving attention to all and every part of you, of the body, especially those that have something to say, where there may be any tension, tightness, or heaviness. Sharing your breath and your awareness through and through the body, from the toes to the head, fingers to the heart. And after you've scanned the body a few times through, then completely letting go. And resurrect your breath from your lower abdomen, breathing back. Return movement to the fingers and the toes, wiggling. Rotate the wrists and ankles. Wide circles, one direction and then the other. Stretch the arms up overhead, back behind you, and point the toes to stretch the legs. Exhale, stretch even more. Inhale, hug the right knee to the chest, cross it up and over the left leg, keeping the left leg straight. And enjoy. Take a few breath cycles here before you switch to the opposite side. And when you're ready, do the other side. Right knee in over the left leg, turn to face the right. And then back through center, rub the soles of the feet and the palms of the hands, waking up the nerve endings, waking up the body like that. Rub vigorously. And then ground the feet to the floor in front of you. Bless the palms over the face. Slowly raise the hands away as you open the eyes to stare at the creases in them. And then hug the knees to the chest, rock side to side, and rock forward and back, and come up to a comfortable cross-legged seat. And just as we tuned in, so too we'll tune out, holding our own hand at our heart, remembering anything that may have come to you during class, any purpose you may have come in with, checking in how you are now. And we'll close with just the sound of one long sat, short nam, blessing all parts of ourselves, the sound of truth for all our relations. Maybe someone somewhere specific. Please inhale, exhale, and inhale to tune out with Sat Nam. Sa. Nam. So to your creative, liberated, free self, and to your efforts today and gratitude to yourself for living up to that, please bow your head in respect, and to all those before us who did much the same. Sat Nam. Sat Nam. Thank you, Gina. Thank you, Alicia. Thank you, Rose.
Thank you.
How was class, Rose?
It was great. Thank you very much.
Oh, thank you too. I'm glad. If anyone has any questions, happy to field them about class today, particularly, or in general, Kundalini yoga questions. Oh, no worries. Happens. I've been there.
I have more of a comment than a question, which is that I'm a little reluctant to like hold my breath
Right.
because of my age and cardiovascular condition.
Okay.
And so I just am not sure it's a good idea, like
Sure.
like pausing. So I often won't really do that. I'll just keep it slow. I'll slow it down, but I won't. I don't know.
Yeah, listen to yourself.
I should probably consult with my
Yeah, and
cardiologist,
consult
but,
someone.
and another thing is. I loved that up and down, but again, blood pressure.
Ah, yeah, right.
Yeah.
Yeah, talk to your doctor about that too.
Yeah,
Um,
that's just the normal part of dealing with blood pressure. Sometimes when you get up too fast, I don't know, it can happen to anyone.
Sure, yeah.
You know, like the blood rushes out of your head.
Yeah, it happens to me in like hot tubs or hot baths.
I can't even do this. Yeah.
Um,
So sometimes I just can't go as fast. Or I just decide not to go as fast.